more. Merry Christmas, beloved Crowley Time listeners. It's me, Mr. Christmas, the rotund old goblin who never misses the chance to swim up through your U-bend at the stroke of midnight every Christmas Eve, drink all your cream-based alcohols, and hide things in your house. You may also know me as the callous old magical bastard who wouldn't give you that new bike you wanted in 1986. But in my defense, Malcolm, if you wanted a new bike, perhaps you shouldn't have pushed that bird's nest into that thresher. You can still see it, can't you, Malcolm? All those little beaks. But that's all in the past, and Christmas is all about the here and now. And New Year's Eve is all about looking ahead to the future. And the 1st of January is all about remembering all the things that are wrong with you, that will stop you doing anything better or differently for the following 12 months, until finally it's Christmas time again, and you can stop looking ahead to the future, thank God, and go back to thinking about today. By which I mean, you guessed it, Christmas, Yuletide, Noel, Edmonds. A time for peace and rest. And no, the gravy goes on the Hobbit 11. The bread sauce doesn't go on until just before serving. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? And so forth. Now, as you know, part of my contractual obligation at this time of year is to deliver presents to all the good little children all over the world, first defining the concept of good from an Aristotelian perspective, and then measuring that quality against each child's virtue profile, then making a list, checking it twice, and then assigning each child an assortment of material products based on their position within that goodness matrix. But I couldn't assign the top percentile of children their shiny new yo-yos if I didn't have a special little helper to make them all. And the toy fire engines, and ring toss games, and PlayStations 5. And that little helper is, of course, Tom Crowley. Not only does he spend all year making hilarious audio comedy to delight your lug holes, legitimate work permitting, he also spends every December in my workshop up here in the North Pole, making all the toys that go to the good little kiddies, and in the mines underneath my workshop, mining all the coal that goes to the bad ones. In fact, I believe he's just finished. Tom, is that the last bucket? Yes, Your Holiness. With that one, that should be 1,400,026,309 lumps of coal. Perfect. Goodness me, that's a lot of naughty children this year. Well, there was a big naughty swing when you declared Backchat to be an instant naughty list offence, Mr. Christmas. Yes, well, that was out of my hands. There was an uncontested motion from all the world's parents. Yes, sir. Jolly good work, Tom. And you finished early as well. For this exceptional performance, I have decided that I will only whip you once this Christmas. Thank you, sir. But it will be when you least expect it. Okay. Don't try and predict when it will be, because there's no point. You won't see it coming. I won't. Don't! All right. Then can... There we are. Then how... Then can I also... Ah! Yes, your work due. Yes, you're relieved of your duties for the year, so you go for it. Let your hair down. Kick out the jams. Don't ever tell anyone I said that. No, sir. Thank you, Your Holiness. You're welcome, baby. Now I'd better take this and go load up my new coal cannon. Ho, 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 ho! Ho, ho! No, you don't say that. I say that. Sorry. Ho, ho! Right, well then, listeners, now that he's gone, we'd better start the party. Savaloy, party's on!
I've already started, sir.
Here he is, it's Savaloy, the Crowley Time postmaster. Well, go easy on those mini sausage rolls, will you?
Oh, forgive me, sir. Only I ain't ate nothing for the best part of a month because I got myself locked in the sorting room again, didn't I?
That's as maybe, but if you don't slow down, you'll turn into a mini sausage roll. A big one.
Oh, I'll be careful, Mr. Crowley. Don't you worry about me.
What are you like? Well, no matter. After all, we're celebrating. To mark the end of the year, we're having our Postal Department Christmas party.
Oh, careful, sir.
Oh, yes, sorry, Postmaster. Savoy's very big on inclusion.
Too right.
So this is, in fact, the annual Postal Department Multi and No Faith End of Year Winter Social.
That's the one.
Even though Savoy and I both celebrate Christmas.
Oh, well, it's the principle of the thing, sir.
No, quite right. So, while it was a bit of a shame to have to burn all those Christmas-specific decorations and invest quite a lot of time and money in both inventing and getting printed all these Multi and No Faith End of Year Winter Social decorations, it's all worth it just in case we ever hire a second employee who celebrates something else at this time of year.
Here. Any more sausage rolls?
No, you ate them all.
Oh.
But before this social really gets going, we'll have to have one more look in the mailbag for any last messages from you wonderful listeners before we move on to Pictionary and Hide and Seek.
What's that? Get ready for hide and seek. Oh, me favourite. You count to 100 and I'll get hiding, mate. Oh, in that storage locker.
So,
Yeah.
let's
Never
see what
find
you
me
fine
in here.
people have been writing in as we near the end of another year of Crowley Time fun. Oh, we've just got a few last tweets for the year. Firstly, one from Purple Strawberry, staunch supporter of the show, at Purple Straubs1, with a photo of one of our Crowley Time Sumptuoso sweatshirts attached. Thanks for buying one, Purple Strawberry. The message reads, "Excuse my terrible photography of what is actually a very lovely Crowley Time with me, Tom Crowley sweatshirt. After all, Crowley Time is the world's best sketch comedy podcast, and I'm proud to be wearing it on my body." Very good, friend Strawberry, very good. And although it might now be too late to get one for this Christmas, don't forget that you can still buy yourself one of those gorgeous sweatshirts or a Crowley Time Maximum Elite t-shirt at crowleytime.com. Next up, a tweet from none other than fellow podcast creator Gabrielle Urbina, at Gabrielle Urbina TM. Oh, I think now I've said that out loud, I owe him money. Anyway, Gabrielle says, "You can tell a podcast is top quality when they have to specify that no, really, this ad is for a real thing you can buy, not like all the other made-up stuff in the joke ads. Yes, this is about Crowley Time with him, Tom Crowley, which continues to be the best podcast." Well, thanks for those kind words, Gabrielle. Some might say that it's a problem when the listeners can't tell when an advert is about a real, actual product that you want them to buy, and when it's just some made-up bollocks, but I'm with you, Gabrielle. A confused listener is a susceptible listener, hungry for tat and ready to spend. And finally, it's Andrew, at Optimaximal, who says it's safe to say the only person to blame for me only just discovering Tom Crowley's excellent podcast Crowley Time with Tom Crowley is Tom Crowley. Everyone should punish him by listening to Crowley Time with Tom Crowley. I agree with you, Andrew, and I hope that everyone you know intends to punish me thoroughly, like the bad comedian I am. And I also hope that more people adopt your fine habit of saying Tom Crowley as many times in one sentence as they possibly can, so says me, Tom Crowley. Perhaps you could make that your Tom Crowley New Year's resolution for 2023 with me, Tom Crowley, with me, Tom Crowley. And for this novel linguistic Tom Crowley flair, I'm awarding you, Andrew, at Optimaximal, Letter of the Episode! And as such, you get a free, yes, free, digital download copy of Discount Bin, this show's first soundtrack album. It'll be winging its way to you on the wings of a multi and no faith winged celestial messenger. Now, how's that for a promising start to 2023? And that's all for the letters section for this year. Thanks to those who have sent in questions for Wingnut, our 5-year-old agony uncle. He'll be back on the case in a not too distant future episode. If you've got something you'd like to say or ask or scream about the show, or you'd like Wingnut to help you with a problem, send anything and everything to crowleytimepodcast@gmail.com. That's
crowleytimepodcast@gmail.com.
But now, Savoy, let's get back to the... Savoy?
Sir,
Savoy? Oh, he must have got bored and gone home early. Oh well, never mind. I do go on a bit sometimes.
sir, I got myself stuck in the locker.
I suppose the party's over then.
No, please, sir. Please, I'm stuck in the locker. I'm in the locker. Oh, not again.
Well, all there is left to say is thanks to all you wonderful listeners for sticking with me through another year of digitally released independent audio fun. Thanks in particular to those who support the show on Patreon. It really does make a huge difference to how much time I can afford to spend making it, and making it is one of my most favourite things to do in the world ever. In fact, this has been a very hectic but very nice year for me all round, and my only regret is that I didn't spend more of it making this show. If you'd like to become one of those supporters, you can do so at patreon.com/Crowleytime. And God willing, in 2023, there will be fewer big changes and more time to sit uninterruptedly moving little audio clips around on my computer. Voices and music and fart noises and such. Yes, like that. Hang on. Was that? Wait. Savaloy, there you are.
Mr. Crowley! Oh, you found me! I can't believe it!
I suppose I win hide and seek, eh?
Oh, yes, sir. That's a good one, that is.
Come on, hop out of there and let's have a game of charades.
Why not, eh, sir? It is multi and no faith end of year winter social after all.
Great, I'll go first.
Mutiny on the Bounty.
Bastard.
Oh, Tom!
Yes, Mr. Christmas?
I got the coal cannon working. Get a scuttle full of this!
Jesus Christ! Savaloy, get down!
Full Metal Jacket. Apocalypse Now. Predator.
No, this isn't charades. Just keep your head down, for Christ's sake!
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Crowley.
Have you been naughty this year? Ho!